What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, I'm going to be ranking all 4 Kung Fu Panda movies from worst to best. Now listen, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I think that my list is a little bit different from most other people's lists. I feel like a lot of people tend to have the same lists when it comes to these 4 films, or at least the first 3. But I don't know. I think I kind of go against the grain here a little bit, and you guys will see here in a second. But guys, if you guys like this type of video, please consider liking. And of course, if you want to stick around, if you guys like movie-related content, I am your guy. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers so bad, I'm just going to be honest with you. But let's just dive right into this ranking. All right, so coming in last place here, believe it or not, is going to be Kung Fu Panda 3. Yes, Kung Fu Panda 3. I feel like most people have been putting 4 here. It's like the worst movie. I don't think it's the worst by any means. I think Kung Fu Panda 3 is the worst Kung Fu Panda movie. Now listen, is this a horrible, god-awful movie? Not at all. I still love Kung Fu Panda. I love Po. I think all the characters are fun in here, but I just don't love the storyline generally and the villain Kai. I feel like Kai is the weakest villain of, the 4 that we have here. On top of that, all the chi stuff, it just feels like our main villain is sending other villains to go fight our villain, and it's like, bro, I just want to see you fight Po, you know what I mean? The ending's really sick, though, with Po kind of going to, what's it called, like, the dimension or whatever, and going to see, like, all the other people or whatever, and he just gets all powerful and stuff. He has the hat. Looks super awesome. The dad storyline, though, it just doesn't really do it for me. I feel like Bryan Cranston, Panda there, is a little bit annoying, but regardless, I still enjoy this one enough. But again, this is a movie that I don't really find myself, like, ever really wanting to revisit. I think it's pretty forgettable as well. So let's just move on to the next film. Coming up next, believe it or not, is going to be Kung Fu Panda 4. Now listen, I feel like this movie's been getting way too much hate. I feel like I'm the only person that thought this movie was really good. And like I was saying, obviously, before this, even better than the third movie that we got 8 years ago. This movie, in my opinion, is a nice change of pace for the franchise. Our first 3 movies, we have Po and the Furious 5 fighting, the big bad villain. This movie's more of a buddy cop dynamic with Zhen, who's played by Awkwafina. I get it, Awkwafina, oh, she's annoying. I don't think she's that annoying, especially in this movie. It's funny. The Chameleon's a cool villain. It's not trying to be like the most amazing animated film of all time, but I think it's interesting. Again, it's a nice change of pace. I don't really mind that the Furious 5 are not in this movie. Call me crazy, but just for one movie to have them sidelined, that's okay. I like that the dads are also more involved in here. While I didn't really love the dad storyline in the third movie, they're incorporated nicely in here. They have like their own little chores. I like that we get to kind of have that world building sort of be built up here, essentially, because we're going to a new city. Again, like I already said, this is the third time I'm saying it, a nice change of pace. New city, new characters, new villain. The Chameleon is such a cool villain. I get it. Not like the best villain, most personal villain, which, we're going to get to in a second here. But overall, I thought this movie was a lot of fun, and I love the Kung Fu Panda franchise. So if you give me another entry like this, I'm going to enjoy it. The thing is, by me telling you my movie that's in second place, obviously it's going to automatically tell you which one I have in first place. But regardless of that, I hope you stick around and listen to my explanations and my reasonings. The movie that I think is the second best Kung Fu Panda movie is going to be Kung Fu Panda 2. You heard me right. I know some people say that this is the best one. I think that original is still the best, but we'll get to that in a second. Listen, this movie, it gets almost as personal as you could get. Shen, like, killed Po's family, essentially. There's so much, and I hate to sound corny, but this movie has so much sauce. I mean, really. The ending when Po, he gets that, like, fireball, skadoosh, swings it around at Shen. So great, obviously, like I was saying, because I love Shen. Such a great villain. The character design's awesome. Again, kind of going to, like, a new city here. I love all the color grading and all of how everything just feels so red and dark. Our characters are back as usual. There isn't too much to say about this one. It just feels like everything from the first movie, not everything, because, I'll get to that in a second, is elevated when it comes to the animation and all of that. So I do think that this is such a great watch. Phenomenal animated film. One of the best ever, I would even go to as far as to say. But yeah, let's move on to the first one. And coming in first place, to no one's surprise at this point in the video, is going to be Kung Fu Panda 1. Now again, I understand why people think the second one's best. I really do think that they're neck and neck. If I watched the second one, like, yesterday, maybe I'd move that one even above this one. They're very close, but at this point in time, I think that the first one is the best one. Right, starting off the bat, first of all, this one's very unique for the simple fact that it's an origin story. I love the way that Po becomes the Dragon Warrior. It's so creative. It makes so much sense in just the whole ideology that it's like a prophecy, and how Oogway's like, nope, I pointed at you. He's the Dragon Warrior. This was not an accident. Oogway, great character who unfortunately, met his demise, even though it was sort of on his own. Tai Lung, oh my god, you want to talk about an amazing villain? That prison escape scene blows my mind every single time I see it. It's unbelievable. And also, I love the way that Shifu and Tai Lung have like this Obi-Wan Anakin dynamic where he was like his Padawan basically, and he sort of failed him because he saw this evil in him. So he turned evil, then he's coming back for revenge. That's literally Star Wars. It's the same sort of premise. It's a cliche, but it's done well, so I don't care. Final battle, so awesome. The little finger thing, skadoosh, so sick, man. Also, shout out to my girlfriend because she absolutely loves these movies. But listen, that's going to just about do it for this ranking. Like I said, I feel like it's a little bit different from other people's rankings, so, I'm not trying to be different here for any reason, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your rankings down below. I would love to hear. Bit of a shorter video today, but, we're only going over 4 movies, and they're relatively similar. So, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.